Founder Wisdom Podcast, Marketplace Edition with Soukaina Elazizi. She is founder at Snazzy Marketplace. It's gonna be fun because Sukena is quite the entrepreneur. It's quite the odd duck. She is in Morocco right now. I've been there. Um, she's like she was the only female coder in her Paris class when she was studying to be probably a full stack dev. My guess would be. And yeah, in Morocco, these things are not common. So, Sukena, welcome to the podcast. Can you tell us a bit more about yourself, your background, and your companies?
Yes, thank you, Charles, for having me. Yes, I'm Soukaina. I'm a software engineer and the founder of Snazzy Marketplace. So I founded Snazzy Marketplace right before the COVID. So it's a platform that provides a solution all-in-one to sellers, so they can create online stores in Marketplace. And we provide all the delivery solution, payment solution, and marketing ads on Meta.
I think
so. Yes, as you said, I was the only girl in my promotion or my class. It wasn't easy because I was with the geek colleagues, if I can say that. But it was challenging, and I liked very much to be on this challenge.
right. And why did you decide to found your own companies?
Because when I came back to Morocco, as I was in studying and worked in France and UK, and once I came back to Morocco, I see a gap on these markets, e-commerce markets in Morocco, especially when I want to just buy items or some products. I didn't find it on websites on e-commerce. It was just on a social network. So I saw the gap, and I have the idea. And I decided to start with one intern with me, and then we code from scratch the marketplace, the solution.
Right. And in a country like Morocco that doesn't respect much women's right, like how has it been for you to found your own companies and probably have to deal with men that view you as inferior?
The right, I think Morocco, it's not there is women rights, of course, in Morocco, but I think in Morocco we have more software engineers than Europe or than France, as I was, because I was the only Moroccan girl in my class. It wasn't challengeable in Morocco. I think entrepreneurship, it's a challenge everywhere, not just in Morocco or in some countries. It's true, in Morocco we have a lot of challenges because we have to educate the market. We are the first one to give this solution. It was quite difficult, and it's difficult as well for now. But I think as a woman, no, I didn't find any challenge or any as a woman.
Interesting. Yeah, because if you check the global gender gap, for example, maybe not the women's right, but Morocco scores quite low, 136th in the world with that. I mean, I've been there, and my assistant and my wife, they were viewed as piece of meats in the streets by men there. They didn't feel comfortable, which is why I mentioned it's like if I look at you, you're like this child that is like going through stuff and doesn't really realize it. I see that in a lot of founders that just break the norms. I think, have you always been that way, in which you just have this childlike fascination and you kind of ignore everything, all the dangers around you, and you just jump straight in without any fears?
Yeah, quite a little bit, yes, because first I was the only girl on my family to go out of her country and study. So yeah, I can say that's I wasn't the quiet, and yes, if my parents told me you had to do that, I will do it. No, I want to give more, to go outside of my comfort zone, or outside of the box. So this is a challenge to go and studying out a new culture, new challenges. Yeah, quite.
I'm pretty sure you're genetically related with my assistant that got my phone stolen off her hands in Morocco, because you look like her and you have a very similar personality. She also traveled. She also had that childlike innocence. She was not scared of anything. It's like funny, and you look similar. I guess it's like
Similar.
Spain heritage or something like that. Um,
Okay.
yeah, I
Back,
mean,
I'm from Tangier, near
near
to Spain,
Spain.
so I
Yeah,
think
so you
that's
have
why.
Spain ancestry. Tell us a bit more about the company, because you're doing something quite bold. I believe your product to be, yeah, quite good. You know, it's like I would describe it as a marketplace template. People do not want to hard code a template. They might have other options out there, right? Like Bubble, or other softwares to start their own marketplace. But yeah, these are challenging. They might be slow. They might not be cyber secure and so forth. So tell us about the product.
Yes.
And the interesting thing with your product also is that it's quite a high price tag, and you target the African market, which in my book, and obviously I know that there's rich people in every country, but Africa can be quite challenging. If you speak to a normal small business entrepreneur and you tell him like, okay, you're making 200K a year, invest 1 or 2 or 5% into a $15,000 marketplace template, they might tell you no. So tell us about the product and about the challenges of selling in Africa.
Okay, so just Charles, because yes, I think $15,000, it's quite pricey. It's higher, but if you want to develop from scratch and to have a nice marketplace, it's very expensive, and it took a lot of time. So I think why they accept, because one, it's with all the it's all-in-one solution. First, they can the sellers can just with the 3 steps have their online stores, and access to the e-commerce with even payment solution, delivery solution, and instantly they can have their online stores. And also we worked on AI. Recently, we have added AI on the marketplace, so people don't have to click on the buttons and have the template or their online store. Just with chat, I want a color of my store red, and I want my logo up, and then we can suggest templates for your store. So all this with this uh, cost $50,000. I don't know. I don't think it's very expensive. So once the entrepreneur or the businessman or businesswoman see the opportunity, because e-commerce in Africa, it's very high demand, and the market is here, and the African items, African products, it's very good, and people want to buy them. So yes, I think for all the package, all inclusive, I think it's a good price.
Yeah, for sure. I guess the challenge is more like finding the people that would actually buy it. If they are tech inclined people and have been relying a lot on technology to actually sell their products, I think it could be a logical decision for them. So my question for you, and I mean, you somewhat answered that last time. You told me about events and conferences, but yeah, I'm a scale guy. I use tools like Apollo, for example, to find a database of leads in Africa of businesses that make 1 million to 5 million a year. In the fintech center, for example, and then I send them emails. Hey, I have this marketplace template that could save you hundreds of thousands of dollars and could increase your website page speed by 2x, for example. And then I see if they would like to meet me. Um, what's a scalable approach that you have thought of to actually sell more of these templates to your potential customers? Basically, how do you find out people in Africa that would have the money to pay for your solution?
Okay, so first, when you do a business, you have to do a network also and to have a partnership. It's very important. So I was lucky and to have a partnership. He's American, and he is the man behind all the opportunities in Africa. So we do events, and we will have an event on September. This event will have all the businessmen from Tanzania, from Nigeria, and we will show them the marketplace. So yes, it's not difficult. It took time, but with the right partner, because I think I'm a software engineer, and I see a gap, and I see a problem, and I work on this problem. But I think entrepreneur should have a partnership. For example, the partner that I have is in strategy. He's international strategy. So we did a strategy, and we go for this strategy. So that's why it's easy for me and for the company to have a more business
Clients, yeah,
yes,
prospects.
clients. Exactly.
How did you? So were you lucky with that partnerships, or is it something that you could scale?
I worked for it. I was on. I went to the network. I pitched my solution, and once the people believe on me and believe on my solution, they go with me.
So it's like, okay, I'm gonna sell your product. I'm gonna take 30% of
Exactly.
$15,000 once I close the deal for you.
Yeah, exactly. It was like that. Yeah.
If I could, or try at least to state the why behind this. Well, first, you're a not duck. You know, I told you about your personality that you don't have any fears, and that's really cool. That's like a trait that I would like to see in a founder. And second, you're very technical and you have a good product. So if you would ask me, for example, hey Charles, you want to try yourself at that? Maybe I'd say yes. You know, maybe I'd start a campaign for you, and I would like to see it that way. What most folks do, they like, hey, do you want to sell that for me? They don't have a really good product, you know, and that's why most partners would say no to go full commission and to risk their time and energy into selling something that might not be good. My
Exactly.
question though, if I would want to partner with you, is do you have a back end? Like, what do you do after selling the 15K? Me, I'd love to see monthly recurring revenue, you know, and see that not only am I getting paid 30% off $15,000, but that I am getting a recurring income of a recurring product that you sell. So do you have something on the back end like that?
Yeah, we do that, and also so I think from a country to another country, we have some difference. So it's yes, it's 50K the license, but we have others agreements, and the persons can be changeable. So yeah, we have a lot of we discuss, we have agreements. The 50K, it's like the main price, but inside the agreements we have more commission, more details. I don't know if I respond to your answer to your question.
Yeah. So, but what is the price per month that you sell after? Do they have to pay you $500 per month after you're done with the setup of their website? What's
No,
recurring there?
they pay me the license, the entry of license of Snazzy Marketplace, the white label. So they have also a date to launch their marketplace. So so they pay as a product. They pay for a product, and then we launch the marketplace on white
Right.
label.
Right. And then they might ask you other features and to code other stuff into their marketplace. So that's where
Yeah,
I could get potentially more money
true.
with you.
Exactly. This is what we have.
Got it. What are some cool features that you've been deploying in marketplaces? Because yeah, marketplaces is buy and sell. Uh,
Personalized,
yeah,
personalized marketplace. So with AI, it's more easy to implement a personalized marketplace. As I said, to just chat and give you all the templates, and you can choose the template that you want to have on your store, branding, also SEO. Also, with AI, it's very important, and it's not take a lot of time. Also, product descriptions, because sellers take a lot of time to describe their products. So with AI also they can generate a good descriptions with the SEO. So this the features that we can also propose to our clients, and also AR. AR, we are working on AR, especially on art and painting.
why did you choose the marketplace niche? Did you see that there was a lot of traction in that niche, that like, yeah, people are, entrepreneurs are interested in starting their own marketplace? Have you seen what are the trends, especially in Africa in the last couple of years?
Yes, it was African product, sell African product to others regions. So, for example, we have a lot of white label marketplace. They sell on US, on UK, and Canada. So in US, I think more than 2 million African they have. So all they want to smell their country, the products, and buy their products. And on a marketplace, they will have more choices, not like just a store or an e-commerce website. So in marketplace, it's more scalable, and it's a one-stop shop for consumer.
Got it. Last question. You're launching your agency Unigence. That's been like 8 months. So typical symptom of being an entrepreneur, starting new ventures. That's an AI agency. Tell us a bit more about that one and your thesis behind that one.
Okay, so Unigens was started on this year, and we are working on a healthcare platforms, AI on good. So especially we'll go to Africa also, and we are working on a platform to detect cervical cancer with AI, and especially in Africa, women in Africa.
Cool. You amassed a nice team there. what do you, I mean, why did you started that with Snazzy? Like, do you still have more time? How are you splitting your time, and precisely what do you want to accomplish in the next 5 years?
Yes, time. It's I work. I work very much. Yes, I work very much because on a day I can work on Snazzy, on Unigens, a team, a lot of things at one day. But what I have on Unigens, that I have a real team, a good team with experience, such a pathologist, also software engineers from US and from France also. That's why it's quite easily for me, because as I said, always once we have to be successful on your company, you have to choose the right person with you to partner with. If you have the right person with you, you can go faster, and we can go also straight on your goal. So yeah, it's not easy, because we are in Snazzy Marketplace, we are startup. In Unigens also we are startup, and it's not the same Unigens and Snazzy Marketplace. But on Unigens we work on images, but it's cervical cancer. But in Snazzy we work on e-commerce images for selling products.
And how old are you,
But
Sukena?
I'm 31.
So very young, very ambitious. Yeah, sorry, I interrupted you. You were saying cervical cancer.
Yes, cervical cancer is not the same, but we maintain to do good things. In Unigens, we are just working on the platform because it's not online yet. So it's we work engineer and hardware, software and hardware platform. But it will be as soon as possible to launch.
Yeah, I guess this one is closer to your heart. You're seeking to solve a problem, a devastating disease, um, metabolic disease, that is. So yeah, thank you for that. Where can people find out more about you? So
On LinkedIn, and yeah, on Instagram also. Tweets, if they open on Morocco, I will be also tweets.
yeah, so they can also find your website, that is snazzymarketplace.com, right? And on
Exactly.
LinkedIn, you would appear as Soukaina Elazizi.
Elazizi.
So
Exactly.
yeah, thank you so much for today. It's been amazing, and yeah, hopefully
Thank you,
you'll have a
Charles.
great journey.
Thank you, Charles. Thank you for your time.